I wish I had good health insurance. Although I've been very, very lucky, and I have gotten by without health insurance for a very long time. I used to work in a restaurant. I was the busboy. The guys in the kitchen, they had this really cool nickname for me. They called me Hombre Nervioso. I don't speak Spanish. I think that means busman. I'm not sure. And one day, I had to peel an orange behind the bar, and I was peeling the orange, and I sliced through my pinky. Pretty bad. I kept working. I just held my hand up, and I kept working. Then my boss goes, I think you need to go to the hospital. And I said, no, hospitals are expensive. Then he said, just go to the hospital. I will pay the hospital bill. And I said, okay, deal. I got a lot of other things. Can we cover those too? And he said, I'll pay the bill. Just don't tell them it happened at work. I don't want to be held liable. I'm not a good liar. And I had been losing a lot of blood. So on the trip to the hospital, I came up with a story to explain why I cut my finger. So I show up to the hospital, and I walk up to the desk, and I go, hi, I cut my finger. I was peeling an apple. I changed the fruit. But the story didn't end there. I went, for you see? And you know it's a lie when you include for you. I said, for you see, I was making a pie for my girlfriend. For some reason in this story, I created a pie and a girlfriend. At which point the woman behind the desk goes, does she know you're here? And I went, who? And she says, your girlfriend. And I went, no, it was a surprise pie. So I thought I got away with it. I thought I got away with my lie, and I go and I wait for the doctor. And the doctor walks into the operating room, and the first thing he says is, so, you're making a pie, huh? I panicked. I was afraid he was a pie guy. I was afraid he was a pie man who loved making pies and was going to ask me about my technique. I was so worried he was going to ask me what kind of crust I used that I gave it up and I went, actually, I was making an apple sauce for myself. And he was a nice guy. He goes, I don't care. And he stitched me up. I got 3 stitches, and I thought that was the end of it. I get the bill in the mail, and the bill is for $3,000. So I call my boss, and I go, hey, can you give me $3,000? And my boss says, just go back to the hospital and tell them you can't pay. And I was like, well, that's not a lie. I can do that. That's being honest. I can be honest like that. But I was scared. I didn't know what they would do. I was afraid they were going to make me clean the bedpans to work it off. So I'm very nervous. I go to the hospital, and I have to wait, and eventually I sit next to a woman who types my name in her computer, and she goes, so, you're making a pie, huh? And I was like, I don't like that that's following me. How's your girlfriend? Ooh, that's tough. Then she goes, you owe us $3,000. And I build up all my courage, and I go, I can't pay. And then she goes, $30? And I wanted to say no. I wanted to keep haggling. This woman is desperate. She just gave me a 99% discount. I want to be like, 30's too much. How about $10? How about you pay me? I came all the way out. But this is how broken our healthcare system is. That she knew if she let me leave the hospital, they would get no money. I would just go bankrupt. I'd change my name. I'd move out of the country. they would get no money from me. So she looked me up and down and thought, I think this guy has at most $30. And she was very right. That is my ceiling.